like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. Hey, y'all. First of all, today, May 11th, and it's my granddad's birthday, y'all. He turned 83 today. I just got off the phone with him, and I told him to subscribe to my channel. And I got a couple things to say about my granddad, too, y'all. Because, for one, Granddad, you held me back from going on the Bad Girls Club back in the day, back when they first started that. I feel like he's the only reason why I didn't audition for the show. Because I wanted to go on the Bad Girls Club, y'all. That's a confession, by the way. I don't care. I wanted to go on there and chill all day. I didn't really care for drinking like that, but I wasn't against it. I mean, I would have drank. And I didn't want to fight the people, but I would have fought the people. I just wanted to go out and chill all day like they was doing. And then I ain't mind if I was going to have to fight the people, even though I wasn't going to be trying to fight the people. But the bottom line is I wanted to go on there. And Granddad, and look, remember I was talking about the stuff I couldn't do down the bottom because I had that brother and that uncle, right, y'all? So then I'm thinking about how I couldn't even go on the Bad Girls Club. Because I was thinking, even if they pick me to go on there, I can't be on here doing nothing fun because I feel like my granddad gonna see me. He gonna be mad at me. And Granddad, I didn't want you to be mad at me if I was gonna be up at the Bad Girls Club acting up, because I wanted to turn up at the Bad Girls Club for real. But anyway, this video about my granddad, how he started a gang down the bottom, y'all. So look, my granddad started this thing called the paper gang because he used to work for the Inquirer. I did this, I asked my granddad, like, how did you do that? And not only just how, why was it important for you to start a gang or like start this gang? So he goes into telling me that he's a father and his sons at the time living down the bottom in Mantua, they were growing up in the 70s. In the 80s, and my granddad wasn't growing up at this time. His children was, which is my uncles. Bottom line is that my granddad saw that he didn't want his sons having so much more idle time outside of them playing sports and going to school. And he also knew that he wanted to train his young men up to be trying to get some money for themselves. So he started this paper gang. Basically, he was able to purchase newspapers from the Inquirer. Like, I don't know how that worked, but I would imagine it worked like you're being like the supplier, like somebody has a lot and he was able to buy some for his own personal use to sell. And I said, oh, that was a good idea, Granddad, even though my granddad told me so many different hustles that he had, because he's definitely a hustler. And I feel like that done trickled down to all of us, Granddad. So shout out to you for putting a hustle in us. Because I told you about my mom being in hustling, how we had to sell papers, newspapers. Look, he started the newspaper selling gang down the bottom. So basically, y'all, from what my knowledge is, and this is what I asked him about it. So he said he wanted to start it for his son. So basically, he got all these newspapers, way more than, like, he got some for his personal use. So he'd get the young people, I like to call them young bulls, but he'd get the young people to basically take on a certain amount and sell them. And then I was talking to this guy from down the bottom. He was a friend of mine. He told me, like, a lot of people's first job was my granddad paper gang. Come on, Granddad, with the paper gang, having that be people's first job. But he's like, if you want to get sneakers, and that's what my granddad was saying too, like, these young guys back in the day want to make some money, have money in their pocket every day, want to buy sneakers, want to have, like I just said, money in your pocket, things like that. If you wanted to do that, then you probably, if you come from down the bottom and you're a boy and you ain't no, like, not saying no, but you didn't have a lot of opportunities to hurry up and get the money in your pocket without doing something illegal, then you could join my granddad paper gang. But from my understanding of it, my granddad told me that he was able to connect to the young people because he was part of the organization YGS, Young Great Society. And I think that got to do with the Rice family. It's WRICE. But I can't speak on it in detail, but I'm going to find people that I know down the bottom. And it's people that follow me. I'm friends with some people that got their last name because we all down the bottom. Like I told y'all, we one big family, but I don't know the details as to how he started it. But I do know that my mom was a young person who took part of the programs that came through YGS, Young Great Society. Remember how I told y'all about the adults that cared about us in Mantua? Like, before all this stuff that y'all see on YouTube about these the world's worst hoods and all that, Mantua was a place that adults cared about us. Now, Mr. Stokes, I'm going to get more of an interview from him. But again, that's just another adult that was in the neighborhood. They didn't have to walk up to us every day and say, hey, I care about you. But as I said to you, the neighborhood was watching us. People speak to each other every day. These women who lived down the bottom who had 6, my grandmom had 6 children. And a lot of other people, grandmoms had 8, 9, 10, 6, 4, whoever. A lot of families are like that down in Mantua, down the bottom, a lot of them. And like Mr. Stokes was saying, he came up at a time when it was all families. But again, about the gentrification that's happening, they're just knocking all that down, replacing it with people who want to live in the area temporarily. So in that Mr. Stokes' point of view, which I have to honor it, is that our generation, a generation before mine and Ben, weren't paying taxes on those properties, so we could have kept it. And now we know, the more we know, the more we can grow. We got to pay our taxes so that we can keep our properties. But back to my granddad. Granddad, you a hustler. But anyway, he allowed opportunities for all these young boys to make money. And he told me that. And then my uncle, same thing. They're same type of ways. And a lot of people pride themselves on being hustlers. Hustlers, in my mind, just mean you have to make a way to get it. Not just that you have a way, you have to find a way. And if you find a way, find another way. See what I'm saying? Because my granddad told me this short story. Y'all, I used to go to Cheney University. I graduated from there. I love Cheney University. As a matter of fact, on May 7th, I'm 18 years a graduate. Shout out to the fact that the Lord that blessed me with a mind that can read and all that. And I made it through Cheney. Even though, I'm not going to say this while my granddad might watch this video, but granddad and them, I was fighting every year up there. Freshman, what's after that? Sophomore, junior, senior, but the Lord saw me through. He's still working on me, y'all. But anyway, back to my granddad and that gang. All I can say is the adults that was there provided opportunities for us young people because, again, they didn't want to see what is happening now. I definitely feel like I and other people, like that's adults, we have to try to find some way to connect to us young people, because Lord have mercy. And I know they probably thought that about us. Right? But anyway, I just wanted to say that about my granddad. I really didn't have to. Oh, then how about I go on another topic? So I'm going to split this video till it stops me. Can females and males be platonic friends? Platonic mean we're not about to date. We did not date. We are not about to date. I say yes. But a guy told me, Audra, none of these men don't want to be your friend. No man wants to be your friend. That's what the man gonna say to me. I say, like, what you mean? I have a lot of guys that I'm friendly with, and I don't know what he mean by the word friend, but when I say friend, if I see the person, I would speak. And you know, friendships have different, like they're like rubber bands. Some stretch, they got all in. Other people you could just be hanging high with. And there's also some people that you could speak to, hello, because you have, like, you met them and they was cool. The question is, and I want answers to this in my comments, because my answer is yes. Yes, guys can be your friend and don't date you at all. I got a friend that I've been friends with for 20 years. I've been friends with this man for 20 years. We've never dated each other. Not one time. And people always would think when we would see each other in social circles that I date this man. And I'm thinking, why can't we just be regular adult people that's cool? I have other people to date, no disrespect, or had other people to date. I don't got no bad to date, y'all. But what I'm trying to say is that true? Because the friend of mine, and that's another type of friend, because one is a friend, like a bro. We can't say bro, because they said us females be out here like being like, you know, messing around with the bros. I don't mess around with no bros of mine. I don't call nobody bro I mess around with. I don't call nobody cousin that I mess around with. Y'all can check me in here and y'all think, if y'all know me, y'all gonna know I don't do that. But again, I'm nothing against that. Nothing against that, ladies. I'm just saying you're miscategorizing the man. Don't be sitting here calling this man your bro and all that. And you know y'all not bro and sis. So anyway, back to what I wanted to ask about that, because my answer is yes. The guy's perspective that I have spoken to, they say that a man is always lying in wait on the friendship. He's sitting there saying he your friend, but he's lying in wait, like sitting back in the friendship waiting for something to happen where he could sneak you to try to mess with you, or sneak you to try to engage you in some type of activity that's not friendly, that's like the other kind of friendly. So that's my question, y'all. Can the males and females be friends? Sorry for the video being shaky, but I'm driving. And Granddad, shout out to you for starting up gangs that help young people get money. And another thing, this is the last thing, y'all, I wanted to say to myself. Remember I told y'all about just doing it? Remember I told y'all about not being scared and don't talk down to yourself? Well, this is another thing for me. Start where you are. Whatever you got going on, whatever you're trying to do, start where you at. Don't be worried about how far you are behind. If you want to go back to school, you got anything you trying to do and you feel like the time has already passed, try that joint. At least try it. And if it don't work out, then at least you can say you tried. But don't just count the time and think of all your other experiences. And I'm talking to myself, and y'all could get some of this if y'all want. Count your other experiences and think that you can't try something new or do something that you feel like is going to be part of your heart's desire. Hint, conversation. So anyway, y'all like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Granddad, you better follow my channel and understand you stopped me from being on the Bad Girls Club of Granddad.